From a technical standpoint, the preview build of Destiny 2 that I played on PC feels like a game that was made expressly for the platform. However, there are notable exceptions to this rule, like the inclusion of aim assist and the omission of crucial chat functionality. But where performance, controls, and the options menu are concerned, I have nothing but positive things to say. I played the preview build on a PC with the following specs. At max settings 4K with VSync enabled, my frame rate never dropped below 60 FPS. I also got frame rates as high as 170 in orbit with VSync disabled. Destiny 2's textures and effects translate well into 4K, with some set pieces like the intricate architecture of the Pyramidion leaving my jaw squarely on the floor. Bungie is even supporting frequently neglected configurations like NVIDIA SLI or AMD Crossfire. When played with a keyboard and mouse, Destiny 2 feels surprisingly familiar. The controls are responsive and intuitive, and the key bindings highly customizable. While this may seem like a given, it took an enormity of adjustments and concessions to make Destiny 2 feel good on this new platform. Weapon recoil has been greatly reduced. The reticle is now locked to the center of the screen, and the absence of aim assist on mouse means that aiming down sights is a much more situational option than it is on console. And all of these changes revert back to their console state the moment you switch over to a controller, which leads me to my next point. In what is sure to be a divisive decision, Bungie has opted to keep controller aim assist on PC intact for launch. This means that Destiny 2's competitive PvP will contain players using aim-assisted controllers and the oft-mentioned Zim4 adapter to retain the benefits of aim assist while using a keyboard and mouse. Bungie's stance on the matter seems clear. The benefits of aim assist for controller players across all of Destiny 2's content simply outweigh the potential detriments to the competitive PvP environment on PC. But this is not a decision that Bungie has made lightly. We heard the feedback, says PC project lead David Shaw. We went back and double-checked to make sure that there was nothing funky going on and that there were no exploits. The PC is very much about choice. Though the vast majority of players want to play on PC with a mouse, there are those who want to sit on their couch and use a controller. When pressed specifically about the effects of Zim4 on competitive PvP, Shaw expressed that using the adapter may come along with its own set of issues. We did months and months of work to get the controls to a place where it feels like a great playing PC game. When using Zim, you're going to get the good with the bad. But Shaw assured me that the discussion is far from over. For launch, we are not changing. That said, we are going to keep our ears open. The details most guilty of exposing Destiny 2's console roots are its social system menus and communication options. Team, Fireteam, and Whisper channels exist, but notably absent were clan and general chat. The inability to converse via text with your clan in the build that I played seemed like a clear oversight. That, as Shaw puts it, is something we're looking at. The same cannot be said for general chat or open text chat in social hubs or free roam spaces. This will not be in the PC version of Destiny 2 intentionally. There are a number of factors at play here, and not to be discounted is the idea that such functionality could significantly differentiate the PC feature set from that found on console. But the primary narrative for the omission of a zone-based text chat is the concern surrounding stranger culture, otherwise known as talking to people on the internet. Shaw says that the team cares greatly about making sure interactions with random people are at worst neutral, and adds our text chat mirrors one-to-one with the way that voice chat works. Like the inclusion of aim assist, the benefits conveyed by the omission of general chat come along with their own unintended consequences. Chief among them is a higher barrier for entry for new or solo players who will have to rely on out-of-game communication, the Whisper system, provided the recipient has enabled it in the options menu, or guided games to find like-minded players. As it turns out, the core genre fantasy of venturing out into the world and emergently meeting lifelong friends is mutually exclusive, with an at-worst neutral user experience. PC players have been waiting with bated breath ever since Destiny 2 launched on console over a month and a half ago, but luckily for us, that trend won't continue in the future. Bungie does want PC players to go to sleep at some point during the first week of Destiny 2, so the release of Trials of the Nine and the Leviathan raid will be staggered by a week. The Prestige raid and guided games will launch a week after that, but that's it. With the exception of PS4 exclusives, waiting longer than console players for content will be a thing of the past. My experience with PvP in the preview build of Destiny 2 PC was the same as it was in beta. I firmly believe in the impending hand cannon meta. For whatever reason, using a hand cannon on PC feels effective in a way it simply doesn't on console. For that reason, I think that weapons like Minuet 42 and Better Devils could see as much play as the infamous Mida multi-tool, which console players will find hard to believe. But the phenomenon of power variance on different platforms is well documented in the world of Overwatch. Torbjorn's turret, for example, proved much harder to react to on console and was subsequently nerfed on PS4 and Xbox One only. While Destiny 2's PC team would like to keep the game as close to the console design build as possible, they have prepared for the possibility of balance changes exclusive to the PC. As David Shaw explains, prior to the work we did on PC, it actually wasn't possible to diverge balance models, but we did actually do a bunch of work that allows us to do that. Our goal is to be able to diverge should we need to, but we want to keep the number of divergences as small as possible. My experience with the PC version of Destiny 2 was bittersweet. Omitted chat functionality seemed at odds with the platform-savvy care that went into the technical aspects of the PC port. Furthermore, having played the console version of Destiny 2, I'm more than familiar with the shallow and at times incomprehensible endgame progression that awaits me in the PC version. Regardless, I'm somehow still brimming with excitement to undertake this adventure with my long-standing PC friends, and feel that, at the very least, the PC port of Destiny 2 is a rock-solid foundation that can be iterated and improved upon in the months and even years to come. For more Destiny 2, check out some 4K 60 gameplay footage of the Pyramidion Strike and Crucible.